Hi, I'm Molly from Wild Olive, and in this video I'm going to show you how to stitch cute little faces in cross stitch. In fact, I'm known for this in a lot of my patterns, and in the patterns I show the faces in a number of ways, and there's several reasons for that. One of the ways that I show it is with little French knots, and the mouths are usually in back stitch. That's pretty normal for most of my patterns. Occasionally, I will do a face entirely with back stitch, and I'll do the eyes in back stitch too, so they're really happy or sometimes sleepy. But sometimes, depending on the size of the face, I make the stitches for the eyes as a whole cross stitch. And you can see that here on this Sig the Sheep pattern. This is a free pattern on my blog. And so there's those two eyes for Sig the Sheep, but I don't know about you, but if you look closely, to me, these little X's as eyes kind of make Sig the Sheep look dead. And that's the last thing that I would want for one of my designs. Maybe if you wanted your happy little cross stitch to look like a zombie, that would be okay, but that is not what I'm going for. So when this happens, it happens depending on the number of threads you're using or the size of the cloth that you're working with. But I have a little secret that I use when I make these faces. And after I stitch the X's, I come back up on one side. Obviously you want to make sure that you don't come up through the same hole where you finished your cross stitch. And just to fill in and not have it look so much like an X, I just back stitch around the whole cross stitch. Most of the time patterns won't show this. In fact, I don't even always show this on the pattern itself, although sometimes I do. Depends on what's happening with the rest of the pattern. It can be hard to see if you add it in there, but I include it as a little tip. So if you add the back stitch around, now it looks like a solid eye. Doesn't that make such a huge difference? It's one of those small tips that changes the outcome in a big way. So now I'll just go back and finish Sig's other eye with some back stitch. All right, there's that second eye. Now we've got Sig the Sheep looking cute with two solid eyes, and instead of slightly creepy X eyes, we've just got adorable, adorable eyes for all of your cross stitch face needs. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more stitching tips for cross stitch, embroidery, felt work, and more.